Peace and blessings. Welcome, welcome. Peace and blessings. Happy Wednesday. Feliz Marcoles. Como te ve? How's it going? Just want to show some love for you all of my supporters. Put some positive vibes on y'all timeline and give y'all some motivation to get started for the day. It's the middle of the week, but it's the beginning of the month still. And nevertheless, we all have to have goals. We all have to have a destination. We all need vision. We all want to be successful and live the best life possible for us. But to make that happen, we have to be consciously aware of our surroundings, of the way we spend our time. We have to be conscious of the way we interact and engage in the things that we entertain ourselves with. But nevertheless, this is a word for the day. It's July 2nd, 2025. And I'll be reading from Enjoying Peace in His Presence by Sarah Young, Jesus Calling. Let me show you the way for this day. I guide you continually, so you can relax and enjoy my presence in the present. Living well is both a discipline and an art. Concentrate on staying close to me, the divine artist. Discipline your thoughts to trust me as I work my ways in your life. Pray about everything, then leave outcomes up to me. Do not fear my will, for though it I for through it I accomplish what is best for you. Do not fear my will, for through it I accomplish what is best for you. Take a deep breath and dive into the depths of absolute trust in me. Underneath are the everlasting arms. Psalms chapter 5, verses 2 through 3. I'm not sure how to switch my camera on here, but let me see if I can show you what the word is for today. Kind of better like this. But yeah, I'm just getting a little fresh air for the day. You know, I like to start my day the right way before the whole confusion and chaos becomes the word day. You be in the days throughout the day, scraping and scrambling, trying to find a way. Some people, not all. But once you get out of that survival mode and that mindset of, you know, the rat race, everything you do is to survive, is to handle your responsibilities, which is totally fine, which is totally understandable. But it comes to a point in life where you should just be happy, be grateful, and knowing that you're going to thrive in any and every situation. What I just read was clear confirmation on how you can get through tough, challenging times. We like to get caught up in the physical world thinking that this is it, this is everything, these are our limitations, these are the barriers we set on ourselves. To have balance in life, you have to have a spiritual life and also a physical life. A lot of things from the physical comes from the spiritual. That's why I'm big on mental health awareness, because it takes a certain mindset to understand life itself. A lot of people run through life playing victim and feel as a victim because they're stuck in their physical form. They don't have a spiritual guidance, they don't have any spiritual help. So this physical world drains them of their energy, drains them of their sources and their power, their true power. We're all co-creators with God. Whether you believe in God or not, we all come from a divine source. We all tapped into conscious collective thought. So it's no wonder why so many people are good at things that they're good at, like musicians, for instance. Prince, Michael Jackson, both of them was the kings of pop or rock or whatever, right? And the only reason both of them was at that stance because when those thoughts came, like Michael Jackson said, and I'll show an interview later on, when thoughts come to his mind, whether it's a lyric, whether it's a song title, or whether it's a business venture, he say he hurry up and write it down, because if not, then Prince would get those thoughts and it'll be Prince hit. And I was like, wow, that's pretty deep and that's pretty dope, because when you think about something, that's the universe showing you, that's you showing you. You know, you like we be controlled by our own self. Look at it this way, like you play a video game, right? A Sims game or any game that you can customize your character. That character that you control is only doing as much as you allow them to. They're going to where you guide them to. And that's the same way as our spirit. Our spirit is above us, playing us, trying to get us to where we need to go. So when you hear those thoughts, that's your higher self telling you, this is where I'm trying to guide you. This is where your success lies. This is where your prosper is at. This is the moment for you. I'm trying to guide you. So you have to be spiritually in tune to hear from yourself. A lot of people like to believe in certain religions, believe in God because they don't know the religion for themselves, the spiritual practices that can help. They don't know the God that they're practicing for can really be there to serve them. So they don't know for sure who God is and what God can do for them. And my advice to people who hear this and who in that position, I just say whatever resonates with your soul, whatever resonates with your spirit, go all in. Whether that's Christianity, my bad, I had a bug or whatever it was. That's why I keep this on my head too when I'm outside. I got locks. I don't like stuff flying in my hair or whatever. But anyway, when something leading you to somewhere, you have a purpose. Everybody has a purpose, but not everybody live out their purpose. That's why so many people are unfulfilled in life and they die being stuck in this realm trying to find out why they haven't fulfilled their purpose. And they be reincarnated into a situation where they will get those lessons time and time again until they finally face those lessons and become all that they are supposed to be. In this lifestyle, you might have certain challenges that keep coming up. And those challenges are not to condemn you or not to hold you back, but those challenges are for you to face yourself so that you can level up in life. This is the fire that you go through to build the character that you are destined to become. We all like to be comfortable from time to time, but lack lies in comfort. You can't elevate being comfortable. You can't really achieve your highest goal being comfortable. Blessings lies in uncomfortable places, uncomfortable situations, and with uncomfortable people. What I'm doing now, as far as with this digital marketing, was very uncomfortable. I already post online, but the way that I post online was not really being as vulnerable as I am, putting myself out there and telling people, telling the world at that, what I got going on, what I'm trying to do, my dreams and goals. It's easy to tell my friends and family and certain people that I connect with what I want to do and how I want to do it and do live calls and stuff like that. But when you're trying to chase a dream that I've seen for myself and my spirit resonates with, the way to get there to see this dream of reality is very uncomfortable. I'm doing things that's not normal to me as far as making content on the daily. That's a bird fight. I don't know what's going on with them, but they fighting right now. One thing I do like as far as me being in tune with nature and out here grounding right now. Let me show y'all my left feet. One thing about what I'm doing right now is I'm connecting with the universe. I'm allowing it to speak to me and me speak to the universe and just flow with nature. I don't have to force anything to work out. I don't worry about how things are going to work out. I trust the universe to lead me and guide me. The same way these birds that's here fighting for whatever reason, they don't wake up in the morning and worry about what they're going to eat. They don't wake up and worry about what they're going to wear. They don't wake up and worry about where they're going to sleep at night. They just enjoy life as it is. And that's how God meant it for us all, to enjoy life as it is. You wake up, you knowing that you have someone to care for you and provide for you. And they know what you need. The universe doesn't respond to you begging it for money or health. The universe doesn't reply or respond to emotional disturbances because you feel a certain way, you feel that this is important, you need it now. The universe already knows. And when I say universe, I'm talking about God, I'm talking about yourself. I'm talking about everything that relates to you. Signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. I could go outside and I could see a tree looking a certain way and it'll be telling me a certain thing. It's just about these signs and symbols. The universe talks to you all day long. It's just if you're conscious enough to hear it. Certain feelings you might get like, I don't need to go this place today, or I need to, that be yourself guiding you. You got to be able to listen. And the only way to listen is times like this in stillness. When you shut down all the external voices, you turn down the noises of the world and you just focus on what yourself is trying to tell yourself. Myself told myself how to turn my passion into profit, which is my art. I showed you guys a little bit yesterday, but now I'm in a position where this is a dream I never thought I would have, but it's a part of me. It's a part of my passions. And I put it out there, whether I knew it was going to make money or not. And I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing it for a peace of mind. But my peace of mind brought me a source of income. And that's the same with anybody and everybody, especially you trying to make money online. You don't know what to do, how to get started. Just trust yourself that this is for you and that the opportunity is here. All you have to do is take action. Plug into the mentorship. I got master resale right products available. Learn while you earn. What I teach and what I sell is educational courses. Courses that help you start making money online. Same blueprint that I use myself to help me put myself in position to know how to utilize these high income earning skills, which I do and which I teach. It's just me being uncomfortable to get where I need to go. I never had $1 million before, but the things I'm doing is leading me to that path. The people I'm meeting is a part of my journey. And I'm not forcing people to be a part of my journey. I'm not forcing supporters. I don't be in people's inbox asking them to buy anything from me or nothing like that. I'm doing and I'm growing my situation authentically, organically. I could pay for followers, I could pay for ads, I could do a lot of different things, but what I'm doing is what's true to myself, what's true to me, and what I'm doing is pursuing my happiness each day, the things that make me happy. I don't engage with miserable people. I don't partake in negative situations, negative conversations. I don't like to sit at tables where we talk about somebody. I don't engage in that type of activity. I like to preserve my peace and preserve my mind and engage in uplifting and positive things. I sit at tables where we talk about business, how we create new businesses. I like to sit around a table with owners, people who aspire to be owners, entrepreneurs, inspiring entrepreneurs, people who want to start their journey and create their own path. I'm a creator as well, so that's what I like to be involved with. I like to associate myself with. I like to engage with those type of people and those individuals. That's why I created this community and also joined in a community that's full of like-minded individuals who feel the same way I do, who see the world similar to the way that I do. And what's important is being around like-minded people is that you're equally yoked. It says in the Bible not to be unequally yoked with people, meaning if you're a adulterer, you don't want to be around somebody who's a murderer because the things that you do is going to get you killed from the person that you're around. If you're a thief, you don't want to be around a liar and so forth. We all have our addictions, we all have our downfalls. But whatever your downfall is, you want to make sure you're around somebody that's going to help you switch that negative into a positive, not to be around unequally yoked people. If you're somebody positive, you don't want to be around not a negative people trying to switch the way that they think and feel. You want to be around other positive people because it's a choice. Just because somebody's mad, because somebody's expressing negativity, that doesn't mean that that's where they're stuck at. That's where they choose to be at. We all have moments of uncertainty. We all have moments of anger. We all have moments of doubt. But we all have the choice to stay there and uh, relish in the moment, or we all have the choice to pick ourselves up, have a little emotional intelligence, learn that this is a feeling that I'm going to feel in the moment. I'm going to react and respond to it in the correct manner, and I'm going to move forward and let that be an experience of my day. I talked about a lot last night about just winning battles for the day. Sometimes your battle for the day might be just have a little peace of mind. It might be to find your happiness. It might be to get out of your comfort zone and create some content. It might be whatever. I don't know. But my thing for you is to live courageously, live bold, and take action. Take action the right way. You learn something, implement it, use it to your advantage. Once you do that, you level up a little bit, you share what you know. A mentor is just somebody who took a little time to learn something and who know a little bit more than somebody else who's trying to learn, and they just level them up. A mentor always has a mentor as well because the things that they know, they learn from somebody else, and that person they learn from somebody else, and so on and so forth. You get it, right? Being around like-minded individuals that help you grow, help you reach certain milestones in life. And that's the same way about being equally yoked. You are aspiring entrepreneur, you want to be around people who got businesses, people who are trying to create a business. Because you don't have to go into business alone like I did. You could have you a co co-manager, whatever. You know how the chain of commands go. You CEO, you're the manager, you're whatever the fuck it is. As far as your company, however you want to rank up or rank down, or depending on how many people you got in it, you know. Somebody to be a president, somebody to be a CEO, and somebody to be whatever. Me, I'm solo member CEO, Team Angie LLC. But it ain't like I try to do this alone. I try to go in with people. But at the end of the day, like, your only limitations are the things that you think that you can't do. Because what you think is true. If you think you can do something, you're halfway there. If you think you can't do it, you're halfway further away from having that experience. What I like to do is I like to think of my day like this. It's a house of manifestation. The way you start your day is the way that you get closer to your dreams. And you think of it like this, the house of manifestation. On a level floor is where you start off. And you know you can go upstairs or you can go downstairs. What's downstairs is fear, doubt, lack, confusion. It's lower vibrations. And as you go upstairs, there are higher vibrations, higher frequencies like trust, confidence, and then also abundance. So you want to know why, right? When you trust yourself, you have confidence. You have confidence too. They go hand in hand. Which one is first? I don't really know. But when you're confident about who you are, your capabilities, you trust yourself to take action to achieve those desired dreams and goals. And it just manifests. And then it gives you more of those experiences in abundance. Abundance isn't always about having a lot of money, having a lot of food. It's just a plethora, not even a plethora. It's just it's a lot of a certain thing. You can have an abundance of problems, abundance of health issues, you know, whatever the case may be. An abundance is just that. It's just plenty. So people think about like abundance. They think of wealth all of a sudden, and they're right. You can have an abundance of wealth. You can have an abundance of lack, but you want to have an abundance of a blessed situation of experience. You want to have a bunch of confident experiences, a bunch of trusting experiences where you're trusting yourself. The universe rewards those people that vibe on those vibrations, and it gives those people and those individuals who consciously level up and stick to those vibrations and frequencies more experiences that vibrate with those frequencies. I think about how to level up my business every day, and every day I get more opportunities and experiences on how to level up my business every day. Whenever I change my thought process and my focus, then I will have more of those experiences. I'm not doing this to be rich. Money is the byproduct of what I do. I do this to enjoy the time that I have here on earth, the time that I can spend with my family and friends, and also the time that I can have to create the other things that I love to do, like my artwork. And I create a lot. I do a lot, but I have the time to do so, and I spend my time doing so because time is precious. You know, you think you have all the time in the world, but that's just you delaying your own process. A lot of times, you know, when we think we have tomorrow and the universe telling you, is you going to act now or is you going to continuously run from what I'm trying to get you to evolve from? That's the doubt, the slow doubt that comes in your mind when you think you have time to do things. You say, oh, I'll do this tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Or tomorrow brings you more opportunities to avoid your situation to where tomorrow becomes another tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes next year. Then next year becomes who knows how far down the line. But that's importance of taking action, you know, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. It's just a comfort that we use as human beings to give ourselves uh some type of comfort, you know. We say, oh, we got time because we want to be comfortable with our doings. We want to use our time however we feel, whether it's productively or not, you know. So we use time as a comfort tool. But in all actuality, you don't have time at all, you know. And the way that a spirit works, time is way different. You might have something that's ready to manifest to you right here in the present, but in the spirit, you're not ready. You're not prepared for what's about to come. So until you're spiritually prepared and ready, the universe won't allow those things to happen to you. The universe will never put more on you than you can handle. It will never give you something you're not ready to have. You could easily make these things happen, but you know, when you force things to happen, it never usually works out. So That's what I was saying about being tapped in with your spirit and your physical, because it's a balance. A lot of people desire a lot of situations, but to get those situations, you have to work on it. A lot of people look at successful people like, oh, they're lucky, or they're having a good run. Those people started the race. So, of course, they're having a good run and they deserve all the positive experiences that they're striving for. The only difference between them, you, and me is people are going after their dreams and goals. Success may look different to you. Success may look different to me. Even the person you're watching that's you feel successful, they might not even feel successful. They're just doing what they know that they should be doing, and it's coming out with ease. And that could be you as well. You could get into an industry, become so prosperous, and have that imposter syndrome, not knowing that you're really capable of doing what you're doing, but you are, and you are bound to be successful. It was just you were afraid at first, and you didn't have that trust or that confidence, but you knew deep in your heart that this was something for you. And that's what a lot of people, they know something's out there for them, but they don't have the trust and the confidence to take action and to see what's going to come from that situation. With this, I have ample opportunities to make buku cash, right? But it's like, if I don't learn the skills, then how can I make the money? Just because you have something to sell don't mean people gonna buy from you. And just because people buying from you doesn't mean that they're going to continuously purchase from you. You want to be able to have a community of people that supports you, not only supports you, but rocks with what you got going on and that you have value to offer them, so that you can have basically a source of income. And I'm gonna tell you about this too. What it is a email list. You want to have your supporters in one situation, one spot, so you can be able to give them value and basically, nurture them. Maybe they could become one of your affiliates or one of your associates, one of your crew members, depending on what kind of company you got. I'm always looking to upscale, trying to upscale, and I'm always looking to hire people that align with my values. So that's why I'm still a solo member. You could easily have people help you with your business, delegate tasks, but that doesn't mean that they have the passion for it. That doesn't mean that they see the vision, and that doesn't mean that they have time and sacrifice to make these things happen. Some stuff take more than a day or two. Some stuff take months. What I'm doing right now is I'm currently continuously going, because in August I'll be 1 year in my situation. I'll be able to open up this letter I wrote a year ago. So it's about determination, vision. My vision was a year old. And sometimes it's cool to have a vision that's kind of far out, not to saying that tomorrow won't come, but it's just you have something to look forward to. You have purpose, reasons to get up and go do things. A lot of people don't live life because they don't live with purpose or passion. They don't have those things because they're busy trying to compete with the world and worry about what the world got going on, and they losing themselves in the process. When you know yourself, you know what you need to be doing in the world. You'll know which way to go, and you'll be actively doing that. You won't be busy trying to build yourself. And that's also another superpower, for people to tunnel vision and focus in, like Nipsey Hussle with the marathon. Back in the days, people had one job, and they did that one job for however long it lasted. If you was a king, you had certain people to go send messages. You had certain people to go look at certain areas you want to go infiltrate. You had people doing certain things, and those was the things that those people done. You had certain entertainers. They don't have any and everybody come entertain them. And certain people who wasn't worthy enough to be in their presence, which are peasants, which are people who don't have that mindset to come build on this empire, or they don't know what's going on. They don't have that mindset to be able to experience these type of things. So that's why they call them peasants. And it's just like bosses, entrepreneurs. They have a certain mindset that regular workers don't have. So it's a different level of thought. It's a level that you want to reach in life if it's for you. Everybody has something that they're supposed to do in life. That doesn't mean that what you have to do is less important or more important than anybody else. We all have things in life that we were created for. God created us all for a specific purpose. Everybody should know what their purpose is in life, but not everybody want to live out their purpose. Maybe they're unsatisfied with what their purpose is. And that's where you go through the resistance of trying to be great and trying to be all that you can be, because the universe is seeing how bad do you want it. You know, you had those moments of doubt, when you had those moments of fleet, you can run from being who you are to be. And this is where the fire comes in to mold you on the personality, the characteristics, the experiences, you know. Even when Jesus was doing his mission in life, he didn't have it as simple as people have it nowadays without the distractions. He wasn't exempt from any of this. He had moments of doubt, moments of pain, and moments of uncertainty when the devil came to ask him, like, do you want to fail a mission and just serve me? You know, that was a distraction. It's the same way that people do with their missions in life. You get bombarded with distractions, where they come from your own people, like how Judas was a person that distracted him. But it was all a part of the his destiny, you know, to be portrayed like that, to experience these things, for the whole thing to come about on what it is today, you know, as far as with Christianity. But that's just to go, like, he had one purpose in life, one mission in life. And even though he came in human form as a God, he still was distracted. He still had human problems that we all face today. And he showed us how to get through them. He was taking action every day of his life, even to the day where he died. He had a little resistance because he was afraid. But then he just went through with his mission, you know, and it's like that with us all. We all become afraid at certain points of time. Even when you that close to success, you could be afraid, you could be uncertain, and you could have to go call on the Lord and say, is this what you have for me? And the Lord will tell you, like, be courageous, be faithful, and know that I won't lead you anywhere that's not meant for you. What you here facing is what you're equipped to face and challenge, you know. You are able to overcome those obstacles because you're a conqueror. That doesn't mean it's going to be an easy situation. Easy is what a lot of people look for. A lot of things are simple, but yet not easy. It's simple to get up in the morning, but it's not easy when you're feeling down and your bones and body hurt. You got to push through that uncomfortability. It's simple to make a sandwich, but it's not easy when you don't have all the ingredients. So easy is a part of life that people look forward to, but a lot of things in life are simple. You just have to challenge yourself to get out of that easy comfortability. It's not easy to be uncomfortable, but it's simple, you know. A lot of things in life are simple but not easy. And I just want to challenge you guys to stop running from what's not easy and give yourself a true chance to be a true champion. But nevertheless, I'm usually on that 10. I try to hop on a little earlier today, ground a little bit, you know, try to enjoy this peaceful moment as it's here, as it's present. I don't know if this moment will come back in time. You know, the weather permits. Everything is perfect as it should be for me at this moment, and I'm just being grateful, enjoying these moments that I have. This is the gift that God gave me for today. It's a present. It's beautiful. I'm present with my present, and that's the way that I get to enjoy more things in life. You know, having that grateful spirit. It's not easy because I'm not where I want to be in life, but I am somewhere that I need to be, and I'm grateful for that. So, like I just said, you know, it's about the mindset, how you see life, how you engage in life, and what you entertain by, what you spend your time being entertained by. I hope this message give you an aha moment to where you guys just resonate in your spirit on things to do as far as leveling up in life and enjoying the life that you really truly desire. Having that time freedom, having that financial opportunity to level up and have multiple streams of income. It's the same way with anything. When you get a new job, they don't pay you right away. You got to learn what to do in their company. And not only that, you got to show up every day. You got to be active. But the difference between an entrepreneur, somebody who work in their own business, is you don't get paid for certain things. That's why we teach you money making activities. I don't get paid for charging my phone. I don't get paid for just twiddling my thumbs. You know, I'm on my clock right now on business hours, but what I'm doing is a money making activity so that I can get paid for my business. It's different as far as you go work for somebody else. You show up and you're just there for however long you're there, and you get paid for being there. That's your money making activity. You know, these money making activities are different. So when you see me doing something, if you want to know, my links in the bio, Team Energy LLC, on how I do what I'm doing. My money making activities don't look like the same as everybody else's, but I'm making money. I'm making multiple sources of income. And I'll be showing you guys from time to time the different sources I have. I'm an investor, number one. To be an entrepreneur, you have to be an investor. Every entrepreneur invests their money. That's the difference between an entrepreneur and somebody who work a regular job. And everybody who works a regular job invests in their time. So either way it go, you're investing. You just don't know it. But as far as entrepreneur, we invest money so the money can work for us and not the other way around. So let me give you a clear example, right? I do affiliate marketing and digital marketing. With my affiliate marketing, I put it in position for it to work for me. So I'm making money off of sharing products and programs that I use and utilize already. Like Robinhood, I'm making money off of their stock market. It's a strategy you use to do these things. And life is about strategy, you know. You don't just wake up one day and have it all figured out. You got to strategize your way to success. And some people strategize differently, you know. Some people's strategies work, some don't. So you have to pivot to what do work. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. Look, thing I heard as far as creating content, you want to see what sticks, right? So as far as strategy goes, you want to try a method that may work. And if it don't work, you want to try a different strategy, a different method. Like I say, it's simple to do these things, but it's not easy. So the hard part is finding out what strategy works for you. Not everything works for everybody. And not everything is for everybody, you know. I'm not a sports type of guy, so I'm not going to sit here and watch sports. It's not my thing. I'm not a religious person. I'm not going to sit here and be in your facility, you know, having you preach at me. I learn on my own. Not to say I don't like to listen and learn, but you know, certain stuff not for me, and I know I'm not going to waste my time or energy dealing with this shit. Certain conversations I don't talk about. I don't sit at tables talking about people. You know, I don't like that. I don't engage in it. I don't do it. Now I will tell you about yourself, true, but I will let you know I have an issue with you, and that'll be that, and it never go no further than that. And all the time, it ain't. It's about picking your battles. You know, you win the battle for the day. It's a war of life, the war of the minds. The negative energies want to steal your mind, steal your time, steal your attention, and how you out here being led to stray. You know, like the cattle and the sheep being led to the slaughterhouse. It's exactly what's going on with the minds of people. They out here lost, lost in the mind, and just run around like bots. No spirituality, no nothing. Just an empty vessel who can't think for themselves. And you see these type of people throughout the day, throughout your life. And the way to recognize these people is when you're out in public or when you're having conversations, you would just see them like, you know, like they just spawned there or something. You'd be like, what is this person doing? You know, you're here, but what is your purpose? Or when you're having a conversation and it's like, what are you talking about? You know, like I don't understand. Like, is what is you talking about? Like, is this relevant to what's going on in the situation? And I'll give you a clear example, right? I'm outside right now and you might see a fire or a dragonfly behind me. And I was like, this hypothetical. I don't like this type of situations either, like make believe and shit, because I deal with reality. But just an example, right? Some fly past me, it might be a weird animal or something, and I'm like, oh, what was that? And I'm asking you guys, like, have you guys seen that? Do you guys know what that was? And here comes somebody like, do you like applesauce? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. And pardon my French, but yeah, you know, this is a clear example of no-minded people. Like, you know, you just spawned up to be a part of the conversation. You just inserted yourself into something that doesn't involve you, that doesn't, you know, you don't matter in a situation. That's the type of people you will find who are out here with no mind, and they don't know it. They say these ridiculous things, they do these ridiculous things, and they just totally unaware of what's going on. Them the people you want to watch out for, because then the people who have no passion in life, they have no goals, they have no direction, and they find themselves in everybody's situation and every place, everything, and not add any value to the situation. Those are the ones who will drain you and lead you to the slaughterhouse that you need to be mindful for, and be mindful of who you follow in the world, because they might look cool, they might look smart, they might act a certain way, but at the end of the day, are you leveling up? Not to say to go around people to be leeching off them, because that's what it is if you're leeching, you know. But you want to be equally yoked with people, not to be draining them and not to be getting drained from them. So that's what I said, if it makes sense, when you engaging and interacting with people, you want to make sure you equally yoked. You're not dealing with a motherfucker who, and this how you know when you interact with somebody, engage with somebody, how do you feel after that? Are you drained? Are you stressed? Are you worried? Those are red flags. And you got to be aware of that too. And if you are already feeling that way, you need to spend a little time and get your energy right. Don't go run around people because you mad or you're upset and then all of a sudden you throwing that energy out in the universe because it's going to come back. Deal with your shit. Be accountable is all I'm saying. And the world would be a better place if a lot of people just thought that way. If a lot of people just man up or woman up, stop looking for excuses. Stop what they call it, tainting the world with the rubbish. It's a lot of garbage people in the world who just filling the world up with more garbage. That's why the universe be doing what it does because it's cleaning itself up. This year started off as a wet one. The universe started cleaning it with the water, all this dirtiness, the floods. Some stuff didn't get clean from the flood, so the world started burning it up. Like I was talking about the test of fire, these fires going on in the world. We might sit here and think that this is unnatural, unnormal, but the universe is cleaning itself up, and it's tired of the chaos, it's tired of the garbage, it's tired of the mess. Just like certain spiritual individuals, you see them online and talking about certain things because they're tired of it. The collective is tired of the nonsense. This is the year of the snake. The ugliness is being shedded day and day, from the country to the people to the places. You just see it being created brand new. And it's Cancer season that just we're embarked upon, coming into Leo next. Cancer is all about emotional clarity. It brings stuff to your heart to let you know, okay, do I want to deal with this in this manner or do I want to let it go? It's all about the depths of emotions and the dark side of emotions, the things that you are afraid to deal with. And it gives you a chance to see your ugly side, not to run from it, but to finally challenge things that you have been running from, the emotions that's not comfortable to deal with or feel. Just like with America's birthday is coming up, July 4th, Cancer. And this the year of the snake, so this Cancer is wilding out. It's showing its emotional state and it's showing its ugly side and it's shedding all of that. Right now, we have the chance to become a better nation or worse. It just depends on the conscious mind of the governors, the people who govern our nation, and it depends on who they affiliate themselves with. A lot of people in power, they have this money, and they don't have any spiritual relations at all. They are just physical people, and they're doing physical things, and it's attacking the physical world. But the spiritual side of the world doesn't like it, so it's clearing it up and it's making a way. So don't be afraid of these natural disasters, whether they so-called natural or not. It's just the world balancing itself out. And even with this new Nerubu, or what, how the fuck you said that, the red planet shit or whatever, the aliens, the Dior bags, whatever y'all want to call the shit now. That I don't know, that this shit changed so much. Just like conspiracy theorists now, conscious people, the conscious community, whatever, right? It's all the same shit. It just be rebranded from time to time. There's nothing new under the sun. All this stuff might seem new, but it's not. This shit been going on from eons and eons, time and time again. It's just now we're in a moment to experience it the way it's happening. The same way that your success is supposed to happen for you, you experience it the way it's supposed to happen. It might seem foreign, it might seem strange, but it's exactly what it's supposed to be. Just like the seasons change throughout the year. This tree in my yard, it's not always looking the same way, but it's going through the changes. Those changes they go through are necessary. The same way with us in life, we have to evolve and go through changes that are necessary for you to be all that you are desired to be and designed to be. That's how you become fulfilled in life. Some people are empty, chasing more things to fulfill the void. But the true way to be fulfilled and satisfied is to truly know yourself and truly fill yourself with things that make you happy in life. To truly be you authentically and live unapologetically. Because we're not perfect. You're never going to be perfect. And to try so is to be is a waste of time. It's not a realistic goal, may I say. But life about choices, man. If you choose to have a better experience, you got to take action to start having that. If you cool where you at, stay where you at. I could lead you to the lake, but I can't make you drink. This is what I do. I lead people opportunities. But one thing I dislike about leading people opportunities, is there. When you see me doing something different, I'm focused on doing something different. I'm not backtracking on opportunities. It's the shit that I've used and I'm using, and now I'm on to pivot into something different. So those be distractions that I deal with. Motherfuckers come around, they're not interested in what I'm doing. Then when they see me doing something else, they want to come back to some shit that I was doing. Like if it's something brand new to me, but it ain't. Like get the fuck on somewhere with that shit. The time is now, not the time is now. Later on, it ain't that time for that shit. And people wonder why I don't be responding, or I be busy creating my life. I don't got time for the fuck shit, and I don't deal with it. So if I ever make you feel like I don't got time, it's because I don't. And it's because I know you on some fuck shit, and I ain't finna waste my time with the bullshit. I'm not easily manipulated. I'm not easily swayed by the world and what they got going on, because I don't care. If that shit ain't personally affecting me, kudos. Keep on, carry on. The show, the show must go on. But I'm not a part of y'all show. I'm not a part of y'all theatrics. I don't got time for that shit. I spaz out. And to keep myself balanced, I don't partake in those things. When I what they say, when I detect that type of activity, that type of energy, I I don't insert myself. I get up out the way. And then I let God deal with my problems because I give it to God. God give me a discerning mindset, a discerning spirit to be equally yoked with certain spirits, certain energies. So we all have an energy force around us. And when my energy goes to somebody else's bubble that's a little staticky, a little finicky, my energy tells me to go somewhere else where I can be fulfilled and energized. We're kind of like battery packs. You run out here, use your energy, whatever you're doing, and then it comes to a point where you need to recharge. It's just life. That's why we all go to bed at night, or we go to bed at whatever time we go to sleep at one part of the day, because it's time to recharge, refresh. Some people so busy doing a lot of nothing, and you wondering why you spending so much energy not accomplishing much. Energy is real, man. Don't drain yourself with the bullshit. Don't drain yourself with frivolous things, things of no value. Materialistic things are nice to experience, but don't let that be your main focus, your main goal. Once you die, you can't take none of this with you. It's nice to experience it though. Like that's why I'm not materialistic. I like nice things, but throughout my lifetimes, I've had nice things. This lifetime is about me just experiencing a way to get those things and to put myself in position. And you'll see a lot of people in life too. They go after what they never had, or they go after what their spirit is into. Maybe in all their lifetimes they never had shit. In this lifetime they get to experience it, and so forth and so on. You have to be able to detect that too. Don't take away the joy from people because that's what they're into. If you're not into it, go be into what you into with your people that you into it with. Don't knock somebody for their dream because that might be their life purpose. It's just to experience what a Bentley truck feel like, to experience what purchasing a mansion feel like, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't care. But what I do know is if you want to experience that shit, you got to take action. On shit just happen for people miraculously. Miracles do happen, but those miracles are just that imposter syndrome for people not thinking and believing that things are meant for them. And the way that it happened is miraculously a situation. You got to know shit gonna happen for you. That's called faith. Believing is just having a little bit of knower. I kind of believe it will work. I kind of think it will. So I believe so. But you got to be affirmed. You got to know some shit. And the only way to know some shit is to learn, and trial and error. That's why I don't talk the religious talk. I don't talk the spiritual talk because I know what works for me. I don't care what you believe work for you. I don't give a fuck. When it comes down to these spiritual battles, you just better know how to have some power because I know how to use power. You feel me? So I don't care what you believe in. I don't give a fuck to try to understand because you can't. push your beliefs on me for me to have that experience. It won't work. It just don't work. I'm solid in what I know, and what I don't know, I don't believe until I figure it out. I deal with truths, and facts, and reality. And if I don't know some shit, it's okay not to know. I don't let people make me feel bad because they know something before I do. If you share the information, that's cool. If not, stay on your high horse, your ego. Feel like you better than somebody or whatever the fuck it is do for you. I don't let that shit disturb me from trying to learn because I wasn't born knowing everything. Some shit I do just know, but other things I have to figure it out. And I spend time figuring shit out. And that's what I like to do when I'm figuring shit out. I don't like to be bothered with shit that ain't got nothing to do with me growing, me creating. And you got to be mindful of that. When Jesus was figuring out his next move, the devil came to bombard him with some bullshit like, hey, you see all of this? It could be yours. But nigga, this shit already mine. I'm letting you enjoy it right now. So get the fuck on. You feel me? But he didn't handle that situation like that. He handled it with pride, with humble, and he handled it in a graceful way. But just goes to show, like when those type of situations happen, you don't have to flip out on people. You don't have to snap on people. You let them be and let them enjoy that mindset that they live in. Because what's what you think is true. If you think you the king of the world, that's true for you. Nobody can stop that. But if I don't believe that, I don't think that, then that's my truth. That's my reality. My truth ain't your truth ain't my truth. And it just is what it is. We all meet in the middle. So I love this movie Vantage Point. It was a situation where something happened. Everybody was there, but everybody was there, experienced it 5 different ways. And it was about 5 different people having the same experience, but in 5 different ways. Everybody experience was true to them. Even for me watching that whole thing happen, I have an experience as well, but the way that I see it wasn't the way that everybody in that moment experienced it and the way that they saw it. So that's just an example of your truth may not be my truth, even though we may have the same experience. And with that being said, is just go for what you know and know what you do know. Trust yourself, be confident, and know that you're on the right path and that the information that you're learning is going to help you, whether it's overnight or in time. Just make sure you keep that vision in mind that what you're doing is things to help you get closer to your goals. We got 5 months left of this year. I know a lot of y'all had New Year's resolutions, and now it's like, oh, fuck that. I'm going to do another one. But you got time. You got time to accomplish what you set to accomplish this year. And I'm just encouraging you all to go for it, to take action. Like this is the major key of taking action. And Damn, my phone died. I'll just charge it up for a little bit. Oh yeah, this the link below. I don't even know how that happened, but I like this platform that kept me together. I'm about to put the links in the comment section so y'all can check out the. I'm gonna just share my screen with y'all so y'all can see what I'm doing. But these the links, and I'm gonna leave y'all for the day. All right, so y'all just share this window. Well, no, that ain't gonna work. My bad, y'all. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put it together. Cause damn, man. Um, this just gonna have to be this for right now. All right, that ain't go. It's about taking action. You know, to be in this position, you gotta put yourself in a position. It ain't just happen. And also, like if you ain't got no money, shit, it's a nice way to get started. A lot of times we have the money to do things we want. Sometimes we don't. It ain't nothing. It just is what it is. You know, sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. And because you don't have, don't like there's nothing super wrong with you or nothing like that. You know, sometimes you just got it, sometimes you don't. You might have had a situation this week where a resource you had got cut down short, and now you got to pivot to the next way to make it happen. It just is what it is. But don't beat yourself up for lacking. As long as you trying, then you'll be all right. You know. But yeah, that and then that links in the bio or whatever. I mean in the comments. Hold on real quick. So if you want to make this money right now, you can go. The opportunities available. The links to get started with this is in the comment section. And then I just cashed out on some of my stuff over here. That's why it's important to have multiple coins as well. Like, let me give y'all a live example. So, see, I got 4 coins left, right? I had like 9.5 or whatever. But anyway, this is how it goes. So, the way that I do it, this is one strategy. This ain't how everybody do it, and I don't know how everybody do it, but this is one of my strategies. When it comes to stocks, cryptos, whatever, right? I like to purchase more than one. Unless like I just can't afford it and I don't want to miss the move, I buy partials and I get in and try to, add to it to whatever, right? But nevertheless, I'll buy more than one
of that situation, whether it be stocks or the coins. As you can see, I choose one, like one of them was about $80, but whatever, however much you got, like it don't, you work with what you could afford. You want your money to be working for you. On top of that, you don't want to be spending all your shit up, and then just you don't know what's gonna happen with it. But with this, right? So they're at $2. I bought a few of them. I got four left, and let me tell you why. So this is the power of having a few. Say you got one coin that's $2, like that one is $2. You got five coins that's $2. So you got $10 worth of coins. You may have spent $10 to get those five coins. Now all of a sudden, those coins went up to like $4. So now, let me see. Let me just do some math. You got four times the five, which is 20. You can double it up. Now what you could do is take, you done bought five coins. You could take two coins and still have three left. Now since you bought in at $2, um, and you just cashed out two of those coins, you got three left. Those coins are still worth, like, at that $2 marker where you came up at. So all the profit you have is still there. But the difference is, since you done cashed out a few and you still got coins left, you might have like $12 left, right? Or 15, whatever, out of that the 30 or the 40 you just profited. So now that the coin is at $4, and if you decide to buy more coins, whether they go up or down, now you're purchasing at that price. And the coins that you had that came in at the $2 mark, you'll still get profit a little bit off of those, depending on how much it goes from that $4 mark. It's kind of hard to explain, but let me just show you. We're gonna go through some trades. So look, right, June 26th. Well, it's kind of hard to explain like that. But anyway, it's like this. Let me write it down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just do a whole session like this. I'm gonna just how to trade crypto, how to make money off crypto. I'm gonna do a whole little session. And also, if you guys want to learn how to flip this money, you can do that right then and there. To get started though, right now, the links in the comment, and then we just gonna go over it. Once you get set up and your profile get approved, because it is a process. They don't let anybody just make an account and be approved. You gotta let them know that you're a real person and put in some real information. Because people have their banking information on here, and it could easily get hacked. Just like with prepaid debit cards, it's not a solid financial institution, but they do have FDIC insurance up to $1 million. And depending on how seasoned investor you are, you can get instant deposit. Like they give me up to $1,000 because they trust me. But whenever I fuck that up, then it goes lower or it goes higher. Some people get up to $1 million. They get the instant deposits. Mine's only up to 1,000. But your levels go up too for instant deposits. Like if you don't got the money right now and you trying to make some money, you got an idea that let you get the money, but you just flip it and then put it back. I do that from time to time when the markets are predictable or when stuff happened that's beyond my control, like when America struck Iran, that drove the prices down. Which I didn't know that they was gonna do it. I'm not in control of that situation, but that did affect my personal finances. Only for 24 hours because everybody started making menses after that. But I lost like 60 cents that day. And if I didn't get up out that situation that day, I would have fucked around. I don't know. But you gotta be paying attention and stuff like that as well too, because just because the situation going well, anything could happen at any time. And a lot of things with these markets, it got stuff to do with the world and how the world is engaging with each other. As far as with these cryptos and the XRPs I got, it's a ledger. They trying to put it into I think it's called what's called EFTs. Yeah. EFTs, right? So what this is like let me see real quick. What it is them EFTs, I think. Yeah. They ETFs, I mean, I said it wrong. They ETFs. So what this is like one portfolio that they all have investments in, basically like value. Like most countries, they trade gold. Gold is a number one asset. So that's what they use as far as value, and also other things like Amazon might be an ETF. It's a company that's being used, and they might have different stuff like technology or pharmaceuticals. Let me tell you what an ETF is real quick, and basically what it's got to do with what I'm talking about as far as these coins. And I keep up with finances, so this is how I know this stuff because this is what I care about. Uh, so these are ETFs. I'm about to show y'all. Um, these the ones got dividends as well, meaning they pay out throughout the month or every other month. Hold on. I hate that this thing's so little like this. All right, okay, here we go. So these prices are a little bit high, but let me just show you what an ETF is. Like this is Anglo Gold, and this is an ETF. But nevertheless, right, this one like 45 bucks. It's a holding company which engages in the operation and exploration of gold mining projects through its subsidiary. Its asset portfolio includes production from Argentina, Australia, Brazil, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, Guyana, and Tanzania. So all of a sudden, this little project right here that mines gold, which has been out since 1998, they have all these countries inside of it who help do the same thing. And let me tell you what's all in there. Like you see, it gets a little complicated. You got to read, and they like this is a 64% buy. They saying go ahead, hop in this. They even let you know, if it's a good thing to buy right now. The earnings going up. This how much they pay in dividends. It went from 0 to 30 to 50, so they paying dividends. But the thing is, like to get a dividend and get paid for this, you have to have one full share, which is 45 bucks. So you'll have to have $45.78 to buy one full one to start getting dividends. But this is one that I don't know if I put this on my list or they just showed me, but they pay high dividends, which is another way of income. You buy this, whether it goes up and down, you just hold on to it. Like they've been holding on to it and they getting paid monthly for it. I wouldn't suggest that you fuck with that one, but it is what it is, right? Like you could fuck with it or not if you got the money. But I like to do the ones that have a chance to come up. I like to grow with the newer companies, especially the ones that haven't reached their peak yet. But it's different on the phone. Like as far as these ETFs, you can see what's all in these companies instead of like who are holding them. Like this one worth 20 bucks. I could probably fuck around and get that one. This one 15. And they let's see what deal is about. So these are the ones that you want to keep an eye on because they pay twice. Like you might be making money through the week, you could keep making money through the month. Like them for this week, they've been shooting up for 25 cents. They was at 16 cents like a month ago, so they didn't hit a little $17. So yeah, they took a little fall, but they bouncing back. 3 months ago, they started hitting the rocky road. They've been up, they've been falling off all year. So yeah, but now they bouncing back, and you want to bounce back with them. Like this company been around since 2011, so they got years in the game. They know what they're doing. They got 3,000 employees, so they working their way. They engage in retail of apparel, accessories, and footwear. So they might have like Nike in here and different little stuff like that. Apparels, customer service, retail, and Massachusetts. These are the three things within this ETF. They got clothes, shoes, consumer service, retail, like warehouses, whoever they using as far as tariffs and they ordering a lot of stuff up from overseas. Basically, they getting all their materials like Chuck Roy. So yeah, they got some stuff going on right now. They talk about you could buy this. These are different ones too. Like you could hop in this one and buy a few of these and come up. I don't think they pay dividends, but I'm finna see. Nah, they don't. Well, yes, they do. They decreased by 8% since July 1st. So they saying to hold on to this one because they don't know which way it's gonna go, up or down. Let's check out they history. But yeah, it's like you gotta analyze this stuff. It's about analytics. Like you don't just hop into some shit not knowing what's going on or what's the potential of what might happen. You don't know for sure what might happen, but you have a general idea. Just like you don't know. So for the last month, they've been coming up like a motherfucker. They've been pumping it. If you bought a few of these, you'd have came up a few dollars because they're already up 50 cents since June the 3rd. So if you bought this last month on the second and you held it for 1 month until today, especially if you bought a few, this is a major come up. You spend $10, you would have had 10. Then they all came up. You would have made $6 off $10. So you'd have had $6 profit. But if you put 20 in, you would have had a $12 profit. See, that's the power of having multiple ones. Of $10, you can do $6. That's straight. It ain't no double up, but it's a come up. And then if you would have put $20 in there, you would have had 12, and so forth and so on. Like you get it, right? The more you put in, the more you get out. So that's why I don't do the partials because you got to take a long time to get a little something. Like I showed y'all with my retirement account. I didn't put enough in at the beginning, but I put them in the right places, so I'm profiting, but it's little at a time. Well, I'll just show y'all real quick. But profit is profit, like shit. You want to be able to capitalize your profits and take them out. So I just did with the cryptos because it's a little iffy. So I don't want to keep eating into my profits. Like I already took a loss of 60 cents out of my profits, but I still in profit. So I'm gonna count those gains, and then I'm gonna keep gaining. And they'll tell you too, like you might sit around, not watch your shit and let it sit, and you could have made $100 off of profit, and it went up and went down, or whatever the case may be. They just let you know your potential gains or your potential losses. The only way to gain is to gain that shit to get it. The only way to have money is to have it. And then over here, let me show y'all if you can see it. Damn, we flies. And I'm about to end this shit. uh, they got a court. They won a case, and America is talking about adding them to the ETFs. And let me tell you about what that is about. It's important because the BRICS nations, just like I showed you, these ETFs, they have different countries and different assets that they put in different portfolios. ETF is basically this, right? Different countries come together. What up, bro? Different countries come together as far as how they want to spend their money. They're coming up with a currency because, if you all know, America has the number one currency, and other countries not really feeling that shit no more. They all came together, which is called BRICS. They all came together to use their own currencies, and that's Brazil, China, Russia, um, India, South Africa, and I think that was it. But anyway, they all have their currency that they use, which is the BRIC system. They use cryptos, they use whatever they use, right? They all is a system of countries that came together to make their currency one. Just like the United States, all these states came together and we made our currency the USD, which is the powerful dollar, which is now not even the most powerful dollar anymore. Dubai has the top currency, and even with that, it's everybody not fucking with the dollar no more. Losing out, it might not even be valuable anymore. I'm not sure, but we still using it to this day and age because we're crossing over to the digital world. That's why they're pushing these ledgers. That's why they want to court about this stuff, and that's why they're trying to add certain crypto coins to the ETFs because they want it to be a global asset so that the world can use this coin to purchase the same way we do it. Yeah, every day, bro. On every day. I had sent you an invite. You just gotta add it so you could be on my one of my members. Yeah, I got you set and thing like that. You just accept the invite and we good. We could, you know what I'm saying? Do our thing. But yeah, I definitely did that. But yeah, I understand. I totally understand. Things happen, you know. Some things are beyond our control. But what we can't control, we just focus on that and let everything else go, you know. You don't want to waste your time and energy on stuff you can't control. Life is life. It's gonna happen. Certain things are gonna be unexpected. But at the end of the day, you know, you just want to be glad you had those experiences where amongst the land of the living, we have ample opportunity, 24 hours of the day to do as we desire. Yo, what up? What up? Happy Wednesday.
Hey, what's up, man?
So, what up, bro? So, yeah, this is my
Oh,
homie,
man,
y'all.
just
Say what
finally
up.
got back from the store, so I was like, yeah, I need to join your thing today.
Yeah, we got like six. This the last of the year. We could rock the year out.
Yes,
Could be some
sir.
practice for you. You know what I'm saying? Get used to it. Yeah, I don't mind. I think it's a good opportunity. I was just going over these stocks and how people can get involved. Talking about like how certain things can affect the digital economy and how everything is going digital.
Wait, how old are you, dude? By the way.
36.
Oh, for real? You're pretty smart for like. I mean, you're older
What I
than me,
told you
but
to.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. How you know about all that digital marketing and everything?
Just out of desperation, trying to have some money. You know, I'm a hustler, so I was like, what's another way to get paid, make some money?
Yeah.
I like creating my own way. And to be honest, I started off with Forex first. And it was
Mm.
like, yeah, I do Forex as well, but I haven't been doing it lately because I have a different phone and whatever, you know, personal reasons.
Oh well, I used to do like back in
Like
the
I'm
day.
just
I
not
used to
into it
do
at the moment.
crypto.
I used
I
to make
used to
money.
do because I used to like order stuff. I probably shouldn't say this actually. I don't know, but I used to basically get money like Bitcoin and then spend it on the black market back in the day. Bro, I was on some crazy stuff. Like,
It's
but I
available
don't.
though. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
you heard about dude that bought them boots and they had the tracker in it?
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's,
So yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up. Let's chat on that a bit, and we can get back into
Okay.
some
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a
financial
little
stuff.
laggy.
Right, and it's
I'm not
important.
trying to talk over you or anything, by the way.
Okay, I get it. I appreciate that too. Much
Yeah.
love and blessings. So they was on the market, right? And
Hmm.
it's a popular thing that they got now. It's in one page. I don't know what the site is or whatever, but they got boots, shoes. It's like one shoe, a worn out shoe on top of that. So they had like a bloody boot, a sandal, a heel, just some weird stuff, right?
Hmm.
So one dude, he was on there. He was like, "I'm gonna buy this boot, the bloody boot, the two pair as well. They came with a tape, um, weird packaging." And then a couple days later, he was like, "I'm gonna check it out." And then he ended up having a camera, a tracking camera inside that boot. So they like, they on the way to your ass.
Sorry. I had an alarm going off. I was like, what the fuck?
Everything all right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's like stuff going on there, man. Even with the Wayfair, you heard about that?
Hmm.
Yeah, they was doing some weird
Bro, like,
stuff
I
on the
like what
market
you're
as
doing
well, where
too,
they
is
told you, but it
because
should have been.
because all these people are trying to make money on YouTube right now, and all these people are talking about Diddy trial and stuff, but what happens whenever it's all over? What are they gonna have to do? I don't think they're gonna know what to do. So
They
people
gonna
need
go
to be
stuff.
more creative.
Yeah, but you know why they do that?
Just the farm views or something.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
because it's trending.
Yeah.
You want to stay trending too, but not everything is a trend topic, to be talked about. I like the trending topics as far as finances, but not celebrity trends. I like to know what's going on with them. I grew up watching some of these celebrities, and it's a shocking surprise to me to know the things that they do behind closed doors. But I'm not to judge them. I like their art, but I do be
Yeah.
curious to know like what type of people I'm following up behind because that's crazy. Especially if they doing things that don't align with my future.
Yeah. Well, I like entertainment. I like the music industry and all that. And so a lot of the stuff I'm kind of interested in to hear about. I just I don't know. I'm just surprised like how have the Epstein files not been released already, bro?
This the clue. They say the man in power he gonna wait because he might be on those tapes.
Yeah, I've heard that. I know. Well,
What do
he
you think?
was hanging out with him, and even Trump was hanging out with Diddy. He used to hang out with Diddy, I'm pretty sure. So,
Yeah, but not
but
only
that's a
Diddy
different
though.
topic. I don't know. That's crazy work, bro.
But let's get into it. It's trending, right? This is something people need to know, like as far as having a mentor, because a lot of people look up to these people, even our president to this day. And not to say that anybody's going to be perfect or they're going to lead you the right way, but you can benefit off certain things that certain people do. But you
Wait,
gotta
by the way, do you like Donald Trump, or how do you feel about him?
I like him as far as a businessman, but personally, like I don't really know. Like they say he racist, they say he do all this and that, but what I seen and what I witnessed personally is him out here making real changes and like trying to give the economy a way to have money that like certain things I agree with him. I like about him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think people are looking at Donald Trump like
Certain things.
I don't. Oh, sorry, it's kind of laggy. My bad.
Yeah, I just don't like his ego. Like he got a dangerous ego that if not checked, it can, you know.
That is true. Yeah, like kind of like narcissistic or something.
I really didn't like Biden at all, though. I felt like he was just out here doing too much. I
Oh,
didn't vote for him,
I didn't like
and then
Biden
it's just,
either.
yeah, I feel like he was just doing too much. The man was he wasn't there all the way. I didn't learn much from him, and then come to find out he was doing a lot of corrupt things behind closed doors. The stuff that he was
Well,
involved with, yeah,
I basically think that like the Obama administration basically bought Biden out. So he was kind of like a puppet. Like Biden was just kind of a puppet, and that's what I think they were doing. They were just trying to. Obama was basically running Biden in a way.
yeah. That's what I heard, and I believe that too. Because Obama, he seemed like he was for
Yeah.
some weird bullshit. Like, to be honest, I don't respect a lot of stuff that he was doing. I mean, you a black president, which was nice to have a little encouragement to see that we could have a chance to be in a president, but that was all propaganda. Come to find out, he was only the black president because he was related to the other president. It's your family, you know. The first thing your
Right.
family,
Well,
you know.
even when I was a younger and I saw Obama getting elected, I was like, are people just liking him because he's black? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's kind of like just because he was black doesn't mean he has the interest of black people. You know?
It's it's because, like, you know, with politics, a lot of black people don't really be into it. We see certain things and we run with it, right? We run with the most trending topic. But for the people that really is into politics, they'll let you know what these people are doing. Like, as far as gay marriages, that causes a lot of STDs and stuff like that. And then with the abortion things, and then as far as like him bombing uh the dude or whatever, uh I forgot his name, the terrorist dude they claimed that did the 9/11, Hussein.
Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
like, he didn't do that stuff. Saddam
Osama,
Hussein.
are you talking about Osama bin Laden or was
Oh,
that?
Osama. Yeah, Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. But there's another dude too though that yeah, that's who it is, Osama bin Laden. I said I was saying something. But yeah, like, come to find out, like, they had this whole thing set up, 9/11, and I'm gonna say for entertainment purposes only because, you know,
Dude,
I
they
don't know
even say
anything. But anyway,
Osama was a CIA operative in the 80s. Have you ever heard about that?
yeah,
So
they were
what if
saying
it's all just bullshit? Like,
it is. It's all propaganda. He was our fake hero. He was the man of hope. That's why his whole campaign was about hope. Why he got us thinking he relieving us of some type of situation, really he's just adding to the mess. And that's what
just trying to like
he
fuel
was
the
doing low
system,
key the whole
man. They
time.
don't care about us. They just want money, and war is good for money. You know.
They
Shit.
dress it up as a good thing. Like, even with the Obama phones, like, they was giving out the phones to healthcare, but those came with being hacked and being tracked and being monitored. I got a settlement coming right now from off one of those phones. They was tapping and listening to my conversation through Siri. So it's like, I thought you was giving out something to help but not hurt. You know, I'm glad to be compensated for it, but at the same time, it's like, wow, you know.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah,
Why put me
listen,
in a
brother. If you
position to
have any
have to be
ideas,
going through
just
stuff
you
like
can
that?
take the main stage here and just say whatever you think or thinking.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about, like, the mental health part of it all because, you know, greed is a powerful thing. We all need to survive. We all want to survive and maintain. I think that's the underlying fact of it all. Like, you know, even when people being successful, they can get a ego high and be like, wow, I like what I'm doing, and I'm starting to be self-centered with it. And I think that's the biggest thing with people online, even with content creating. You know, they get a little high, they get into it for the wrong reasons, and they have that imposter syndrome. They're not sure that they can even do it. But once
Like
they start having
pride,
success,
little
they're not.
people start getting pride and stuff. You know.
Yeah, very prideful, and that leads to other dangerous situations. Like, success comes with humbleness, and it comes with balance. You know, you're gonna have your ups, you're gonna have your downs, but through it all,
Well,
you
you
want to.
already know about that spirituality and everything, bro. So
Yeah, I practice it a lot, not like try to learn every day too, because, you know, knowledge is unlimited. It's
I
always
mean,
out there, and things change too. The way I even view life might change.
not my
Oh
Bible.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I had just did a reading today. What book? What are you open to a specific verse you want to read from?
Honestly, bro. So look, the what I'm reading right now is called Isaiah 53, and it was 700 years before Christ came, right? And it's
Right.
actually a prophecy of the Messiah. Like it says in here that he was pierced for our transgressions, right? And who would they be referring to? That prophet Isaiah was actually they're prophesying Jesus is coming. 700 years, bro, before he even came.
Wow.
That's
And
it's
that was
insane.
what's his
It's
name?
insane.
Uh, I forgot the dude that baptized Jesus.
John
John
the
the Baptist.
Baptist.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Even before they came, he was talking about he was
You're right.
prophesying too. And the reason why I like why you brought that up is because Isaiah, he had had a apprentice or whatever it was called, Elijah. Wait, what's this him?
I kind of forgot a lot of it. Not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, Isaiah came after let me see, I want to say Moses and Joshua and them.
Hmm. I think so.
But what I brought that up because Ishmael and Elijah, they was two prophets as well. Since we're talking about prophets,
Hmm.
and um, I think they was here before Jesus came. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on this, but
Yeah. And there was
one thing I
Ezekiel.
learned about them, those
Ezekiel. There's a
prophets,
lot of
one of
prophets,
them,
bro.
Elijah, yeah, they was killing the prophets.
Hmm.
Saul,
Oh yeah.
he was he was
Because well,
persecuting the prophets.
Saul was a Jew, and so basically he thought that Christians were the enemies because they were mocking Jews in a way. So, but like when he was walking to the city to kill these Christians, God basically made him drop to his knees and blinded him and gave him a vision saying, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this to my people?" And he's like, "Oh crap, I messed up." And so that's whenever
Yeah, he was saying it's me, your prophet.
Saul changed to Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like, hold on, I'll be right back,
Okay.
right back.
Ooh.
Hmm. Damn, my bad, bro. My bad.
No, you bro. If you have to go do anything, it's okay.
No, I had to relieve myself. Drinking a lot of water. My system's so dirty, it's just flushing right through.
Oh, for real,
Yeah.
bro. I I was up all night actually, bro. I didn't. I tried to go back and see if I could join you yesterday, and I think you were offline at that point. So I was like, damn. Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna get it together. My bad, bro.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Oh yeah. By the way, I have one of those Jewish fucking things.
The candles, yeah, the 7 day.
Yeah, it's like a little lamp thing.
It light up.
Yeah, it's actually lit right now. It might be hard to tell.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. It's pretty dope. Oh wow.
Hmm. I use it at night because I don't like it to always be so bright in my room.
Do it
But
do it shine out like a fan or something, like kind of spread out like that, the light.
wait, what did you say? Oh yeah. Well, yeah, actually, it's also from my grandpa, bro. So, I'm gonna hold on to this as long as I can. He might pass away. I don't know. So, he might pass away soon. But I don't know.
A memorabilia.
Yeah, type of deal. Like, well, like my grandma passed away a few months
Yeah.
or a couple months ago, and so I was living with them, and they're like Catholic and stuff. I don't really agree with the Catholic Church personally, but I love them, man. They're good people to me. So
Yeah, and one thing I learned about that too with people, especially elders, you know, like they only know what they was taught, and it depended on the times that they were living in. That's all they really had to focus on. Was their hope, you know. But and they didn't have access to as much of information as we do nowadays. So
Well, yeah, the thing though about Catholicism is like,
information was a little bit longer to get to. So people just wrote.
well, yeah, I try not to get too like, but I'm just like the type of guy where I'm like, dude, if I want to learn about God or something, I'm gonna go right to the book and actually read it for myself. I don't get told what to believe in, bro. I used to be like
Yeah,
a big atheist and stuff, and I really like was pissed off all the time because I was like, Christianity is made up. You guys are stupid. But then I started getting more humbled. I'm like, damn, what if that's actually real? Like, like what? How could we know if God's real, right? Unless he actually revealed himself in some way, and really becoming a human could be the way how he relates to us, you know.
yeah.
But I was like you kind of too with the Buddhism and all that. I love Buddhism and all the like the new kind of age practices and all that stuff. So I grew up in that. I was like a hippie, bro. I used to be
Uh,
on some hippie stuff. So
yeah.
yeah.
That's how you find yourself, though. You know, you don't stick around in certain places where you don't feel it resonate with you. Just like you were saying, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to question everything until you figure out the answers for yourself. Because your reality is your reality. The way you live it, the way you see it, the way you experience it is important. You know, and it's no lie in that. Nobody can take that away from you because they have a different experience or a different outlook at life. So that's just the same as with Jesus. Like you know, before he came about, he learned
Well,
from people himself, even though he came in a godly form. I take that thought last night because uh, it's important on what you believe in and how you experience life. You know, and nothing's new under the sun. Like these things been happening and happening. They're going to continuously happen. Some
some
people even
people
say,
think some people think it's that negative though to believe in God. They're like, oh, you're trying to be controlled, but really, good morals will save you a lot of struggles in life, man. If you can just make yourself like embedded into that truth and be like, oh yeah, I see the wisdom in it, then maybe it could change your life for the better, man. Like, how could it not?
but people have a choice though. You know, not everybody is a child of light, and not everybody is a child of darkness. But they all do the work of their fathers. You know, some people have their heart to just be evil, and it's just natural, and that's
Well,
what
the
they.
problem with me, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite, by the way. I do have my problems, just like everyone else. But I do really like, I take not really like pride, but I really do think, because I used to preach to everyone, bro. But I have my own problems. I like to drink a lot and stuff like that, to be honest. And I know that's not good to do it. I just can't smoke or anything right now. And so I usually was a smoker, just chilled out and did that. But I get tested and stuff with what I'm doing, and so I can't be doing all that in my state. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's a coping mechanism. As long as you remember that, then you'll know like you can find another way to cope. And it takes time.
Oh
You know, it
well,
ain't gonna
my
be something
uncle
you'll
just
get
moved
rid
into
of
my
overnight. You gotta
apartment
have eyes on.
too, and so he drinks a lot. So that's why it's kind of, I can't avoid drinking sometimes with people. Like I can I don't like to drink like crazy, but recently I've been partying, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I just like to relax, bro, and just like get into like music topics and spirituality and stuff. And uh, I don't really get super drunk. I just stay up for hours and hours. Like I'll stay up all night, bro. You feel me? So.
Yeah, I think that's what it do though. Especially depending on what you drink, especially if it's wine or like dark or clear.
Oh,
They
I
all
just
have their
like
different.
vodka because the I used to drink whiskey, Hennessy, every single thing you can think of. I've tried it, bro. Like my friends me and my friends we used to hang out with. We had so much money, bro. He would spend like hundreds and hundreds of dollars on alcohol just for one night. So I've tried it all, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. But they say, it's balanced. Too much of one thing can become a bad thing. My baby mom died from alcoholism.
I'm
Died in the
sorry,
house with the
brother.
kids.
I'm sorry about that.
So yeah, just want to be conscious of having too much fun because it can become a bad thing. Even with myself with the smoking, it could fuck up my lungs or whatever the case may be. But we
But to be
all we're
honest with
so
you, bro, I was way happier consuming cannabis compared to anything else. Like, it really is better to consume cannabis than be like constantly having to struggle. Like, if it helps you, it helps you. You know what I mean, too, though? Like,
yeah, it's like a natural remedy because it's from nature.
yeah, of
And with
course.
the
And that's what
alcohol,
it even says in the first book of the Bible. It says herb bearing seed, right? And so that's what cannabis is. God created, he had to have created it for a purpose, bro.
right? And I got this full of seeds.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah,
I recommend getting. I know you might not like them, but I actually prefer dab pens over cannabis flower, bro.
yeah, but they all come from the same thing. Like I know how to extract it and turn it into
Well,
wax.
it's because of the if you're concerned about your lungs, the plant matter when you inhale it with a lighter. Yeah, that's really where it comes from, bro. That your lung issues. Because I used to have sinus issues a lot whenever I would smoke cannabis. You know.
Yeah. The only thing about it nowadays is like it's so medicated, so laboratory. Like even with the alcohol, it's different than how it used to be. Like I don't bounce back the same way I used to. Even though I'm older, but it fuck up my stomach, and I be conscious of the way
Me
my
too,
body
bro. I
interacts.
know.
Yeah, like I used to love it. I party a lot too, but it came to a point where it started affecting my body different. Like my stomach hurt for a whole day, and
Oh,
I just don't.
drinking, you said?
Yeah, I don't like the after effect.
Oh, I know. That's the worst thing about it. That's
Like I don't know how your next day be, but man, my stomach, me and the bathroom just become friends.
hell no. My
It's
heart be
crazy.
beating and shit. I just hate all of it, bro. It's so fucked up. But if I stay hydrated through the day and keep drink, I like to drink a lot of water, bro.
Yeah,
Normally, and so really, and I ate like I'll be cooking. This morning I had like at 4 in the morning I had lamb chop lamb chops and like beans and stuff. And so I ate a lot of protein, you know. So I think I'm gonna start working out, bro. Have you ever tried working out before?
not really. I like to walk. That's usually how I do my little
Yeah,
thing.
I
I
understand
know.
that because that's more my type of thing as well. No, like for real, like walk. I used to run actually a lot too, and then like I would ride bike, skateboard. So
Yeah, I love skateboarding.
I have a longboard though. I like the longboard. That shit's fun as fuck, bro. You can go super fast down the road. You should
Okay.
get a longboard if you
Yeah,
don't
however you
have
do it,
one.
still. Nah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I don't do no tricks and all that stuff. I just
That's
like to
what I'm
ride,
saying.
bro.
That's why I said longboard because I don't know how to do all that crazy shit, and I'm not trying to bust my legs open and all that all the time.
Right. Them bones take a while to get back together.
I used to hang out with people like that. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Imagine, what if you split your head open on the concrete? People are just wilding.
Yeah, they like that thrill. Everybody thrill is different. Though. Not like a scary thrill. I don't really like a get hurt thrill.
I don't even know what I would
I'll
say
go.
my thrill is, bro. One thing about me though, I know I don't like is fucking roller coasters, bro. I don't know how
Oh,
people do that, man. That shit scares the hell out of me, bro.
my first time on one was in the first row. I was with this chick. I'm thinking she playing. She like, oh, let's hop in the front because she love it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm sitting there. Then I realized, like, oh man, I ain't never even been on a roller coaster before. And then I was like trying to hold in my scream so bad, but it was fun though. Like it was a thrill. But I don't think I ever ride that front row again, ever again.
Hell no. And dude, you know what happened to me? The little thing they strap you in, I thought it was opening on my ass. I was like, oh
Oh
shit,
yeah,
I'm gonna die. Like, dude, that shit scared me, bro.
The thing
But I
that's
don't do all that crazy stuff. Like, I was considering joining the military, bro. I guess like I guess that would get me going crazy, but I don't want to be like in war or nothing. I just some things I just can't do, like I was saying, like the roller coaster. But yeah.
yeah. Only reason I did it because I was with my girl at the time, and we
Oh,
trying
you
to
said
have
your
some fun.
girl, right? Your girl.
Yeah, she was
Oh,
like,
so
"Let's
you
hop
talking
on."
to somebody or what? You have a girlfriend still?
Now I be going through them like my clothes. Like if it ain't working, it ain't. Like it is what it is, you know. Like looking for love, like Drewski.
Well, that's how I'm feeling right now. I haven't dated in years, bro, but I kind of want to get myself situated. I'm like, damn, bro. I didn't realize, like, I just don't be trusting girls and stuff. I don't be trusting people, but I need to kind of step out there. You know, I can't wait forever. So
But now you don't supposed to trust people. You just give them a chance, and when they fuck up that
that
chance,
is
you know,
that's kind of what love is, I guess, right?
yeah, don't trust nobody because anybody will turn on you for the right situation. God did never even tell us to trust nobody. He just say to treat people how you want to be treated and keep it at that. But yeah, trust is a major thing. Like I don't even really trust people like that because they'll switch up on you as quick as they can. Not everybody will though, but it's a situation that you can. Yeah, it's something that can happen. You know, to be conscious and alert is to be aware. I don't want to be giving myself no false sense of like, oh, this person won't betray me or won't do whatever they can because they will, and if they get the chance to, they just might, you know.
But that's the thing about me, bro. I've always been a very loyal person, so like I just don't like understand why people are so weird
Yeah,
all
me
the
too. That's why I
time.
don't. It's just the times we live in. You know, everybody like to follow the crowd. This is what the crowd doing nowadays. They want to who could do the most with who could, you know what I'm saying? You know what the culture is nowadays. It's all about who got the most bodies and who could be the most disrespectful, who could be the most out there, you know. And that's just the culture nowadays. The culture is changing, it's continuously
Like
changing,
all my
but
old friends, as soon as I started like saying, "Hey, I kind of want to level up in life and just and like I kind of want to be like more moral as a person," I tried saying, "Hey guys, like if you don't stop selling drugs and drinking every day, like you know you're telling me about, then there's gonna be consequences, bro. I'm just warning you guys because I'm your friend and I care about you." And then they started thinking I was on some high horse, and everybody started hating me, bro. I wasn't trying to like. I just was worried for people, you know. All my buddies, like if I love you, bro, as a person, then I'm gonna tell you what I have to tell you, right? Why wouldn't I can't just let shit fly all the time.
yeah, because that's not a true friend. You know, you see your friends on the way to destruction and you don't say anything. It's basically helping them destroy
You're
themselves as
basically
well.
like an enemy. Yeah, you're an enemy. Because if how could you let someone just I don't know, bro.
With that, it's in seasons too, though. You know, it's a season for you to enjoy that type of stuff so that you can get that experience. And then when it's time for you to move on, whoever don't move on with you, they gonna be looking at you and how you progress in life because maybe they're afraid. You know, change is difficult for a lot of people, and you're doing something different to change your lifestyle.
People are afraid. Yeah, for sure. Everybody's kind of even I'm afraid. Like trying to it's just you don't know what to expect if you really gave your life up to something better. You don't know you're not going to probably recognize you're going to be a completely different person, so you're going to not feel so comfortable like you're in control. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
and that's
I
the
don't know.
scary thing too. You know, just transforming yourself. Like I don't even know who I was last year, which sounds crazy, but it's all right though because I know I'm transforming into that person I am.
No, I agree, bro. I change. Like I level up all the time. Like months will go by, and then I'll be like, "Damn, bro, what was I thinking in the past? How like what the?" Because I just like that's the whole point of life. So
Yeah, and that's what I struggle with too, as far as finding my perfect customer because I'm constantly evolving. So they'd be like, think of the you from 5 years ago. I don't remember that person. You know, I don't remember that person. that person because the lifestyle I live and my thought process continuously changes, and I don't want to be thinking the same way that I used to. I can't even look at that person and know what their thought process was because it's not helping me to be who I am today. So it's like,
No, man,
it's important.
I'm glad I met you, bro. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just from experiences, like now, all these experiences are my personal experiences. I see, like you say, your friends fail and fall. They throw their coins and they could have put it in the right place. I just witnessed this stuff, and I tell people as well. But it's not my job to course correct people. Like if I put the information out there and they don't take heed, then that's on them. But like you said, I do want to give that warning now because I'm a visionary. I see things, and also I know things. I know you're going to be as successful as the people you hang around. And if you see the other people you're hanging around not going anywhere in life, you're going to be the next person to not go anywhere in life.
Bro, I messed up a lot in life too, in ways, and so that's how I know that to be true. I'm just gonna tell you right now. There's not really many people watching, or there's not people really watching yet right now. But yeah, I've been to jail a lot, bro. So I kind of have learned a lot in life that, dude, there's consequences to your actions. Like there are,
Yeah.
bro. And I made a lot of mistakes, like you just said about drinking and stuff. But that was the thing about it. Like, when I was living with my mom and stepdad and stuff, and my family, we would always argue so much, man. But as I'm growing older, I'm realizing that's just not the way. They're not going to be around forever. So try to do as good as you can with them, even if you disagree. Like, that's what I recommend because I would be trying to, like, because I would read the Bible all the time and they would keep trying to use the Bible against me like a weapon. And I'm like, dude, I actually know the scriptures. You guys are not. And so we would just have all these debates. It would be weird, bro. Like they would try to be like, hey, you're going to go to hell. You're going to hell, Aaron. That's what they would tell me. And I'm like, dude, what the? You guys are hypocrites. You do stuff all the time. You don't even know what you're talking about. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's just listen.
hey, where you going?
Wait, what'd you say?
But what you said was powerful though. Like what you said was very powerful, and I thank you for sharing that because it takes a little vulnerability to even express that. But it's like that's the number one thing that we all have problems with our families. Everybody act like they have perfect family life situations, but at the end of the day, we all have problems with families. You got to learn how to live with these individuals. You got to learn how to love, respect, and appreciate, and a lot of things you learn from your family
Well,
first.
that's
Because
why I
your first
told you
love,
that too. I'm not trying to seem like I know better than you. You're older than me, bro. But I was just trying to kind of like maybe recommend it to you so that you can get some motivation if you're going through anything yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah, most definitely, because that definitely helped. And I learned from any and everybody. Like AB Academy, he younger than me. I watch him on YouTube. I learned from everybody. I learned from is actually younger than me, but their minds are way older than mine. And it's just about how they use their mind. I don't know, but I acknowledge them and I appreciate them, and especially people like you too. Who got knowledge and who strive to learn knowledge because it's out there. Not everybody want to go get it. Not everybody care for it. Even what I do now, like different little things, like I could teach people how to paint or whatever, but they don't want to learn. They just rather me do it, and they'll be cool with that. But certain individuals in the world who seek knowledge and they use it in the right way, just like you were
Man,
saying with
that's what I
Bible.
was saying. Like I'll even be drinking, bro, and I'll still be studying. I always am trying to do some kind of learning, bro. Whether
Yeah,
it's music,
because you
religion,
conscious, like
spirituality, yeah.
yeah, because eventually everything is going to overpower your shortcomings, and you just got to stay at it. What you're
Like
doing is
staying
very
sharp.
powerful and very
Yeah, it's like
positive too.
sharpening a knife, bro.
Yeah,
Your tool,
because
your tool is gonna go dull one day if you don't keep sharp. You have to keep using it and sharpening it.
yeah, and being around people that's going to have the tools to help you sharpen it because some people will dull your knife down and some people will end up breaking your knife.
Well, have you ever
But
heard
like you said, like
Have
it's
you heard the verse before that says iron sharpens iron?
yeah, that's why I like to use that a lot.
Amen. Yeah, I love that verse, man. I always tell my friends that. I'm like, dude, iron sharpens iron. Let's keep going, guys. Let's work together. That's all we have. That's what why we're here. We're supposed to help. Community is very important. We need each other, bro.
Yup, it's power in numbers, especially if that number of those people are doing a righteous thing. A lot of people could come together and create chaos. You know, they could do as they please, but it's power in numbers, especially if you got the right people and the right intentions, especially the people that have knowledge that's using it for the right way. Because you can weaponize the Bible and you can use it for your advantage, just like a lot of preachers do. You know, they get up there, they play on people's emotional state of mind, and then they give them a little hope. They get their money, and then
Well, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really
they're
do want
gone,
to
but they never
preach
really
the
gave them
word.
true
I
value
like.
on
I
how to
want to be
level
a
up their life.
preacher maybe one day, but I'm not trying to scam people. But I really do like. I want to have money so I can be comfortable. You know what I mean? In a
Yeah, and
sense.
you get paid for it too, though. You know, that's why they take donations. But it's just like, you know, you want to, yeah, you should get paid for your work. You're supposed to, you know, you don't want coming up
Well,
with these,
yeah, but really, I think you know what I think. Preachers should actually go get a job as well.
yeah, and
Because if they only go to work, what,
let that
once,
be like a
twice
side
a
hustle
week,
because you only do it.
so
Well,
they
it's
can have
not
all
not
those
really,
other days. Yeah.
yeah, because
Oh,
not
sorry,
everybody
by
do
the way.
Bible
It
study.
is lagging. I'm not trying to talk over you.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all love and respect. But I'm just been working on myself, and when I feel like I'm at a point where I'm stable, mentally, emotionally, financially, then I'll go, you know, pursue a relationship and stuff like that. But
Oh,
it's
well,
just
my
like,
family owns a business, brother. That's why I get to do this all day. Actually, like,
yeah.
it's like a pool cleaning
So it's like,
business, so I don't have to work every
oh
day.
wow,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's incredible.
Dude, last year my stepdad made 170,000, I think 180K.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you down there in Texas, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hot as hell outside, man. They love their pools here for sure.
Man, that's a lucrative business. I mean, wow, that's nice. It makes
Oh, well,
sense,
the
you
thing
know.
is,
You
he
help your
used to work
community.
for a company and he gathered all these customers whenever he was working, like as a side pool thing. And then whenever they were holding him, they like fired him and stuff after all his experience. And so he basically, I was praying about it every day. I was like, God, please help my family out. And then he got blessed, and now he has over 100 something customers, dude. And guess how much each pool is? Probably like 200 to $400 per person, bro.
Whoa. That's an awesome situation, man. That's the power of believing in prayer too, though.
Well, I care about him. He just doesn't, he's not really like on the same mindset as me about things, though, like religiously and stuff. He didn't grow up in a position to like understand about, he didn't have his dad around and stuff all the time. So I understand why people don't believe in like religion and stuff, but like what to me, like without Christ, I don't really see much
But you know what though,
purpose.
like
And hmm, like moral,
it's
I
mainly
mean, like
about being like,
morals is not subjective. It's a real thing to me. It's objective. You can't just like so like if you're intellectual about it, why would we be nice to anybody ever? Just for our own benefit? Or like what's the point of being moral unless it actually there's truth to it? It doesn't make any other sense. So like why shouldn't I just be a narcissist and just get rich off of
but then I
everybody?
see the benefit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps you with direction as well too. You know, with morals, you can have a moral compass as far as how to
Wait, oh
interact.
yeah, but you kind of disagree with me, right? Though you don't really believe in like Christianity fully or what? You just think it's a good tool, right?
To be honest, like I just believe in spirituality. Like as far as the religions go, I do believe in Christ and one God,
Mm-hmm.
and He sent His Son Jesus, whether you call him Yahshua or whatever. But I don't wrap it into Christianity like that. Like you know, I believe in the spiritual practices, and I practice spiritual practice.
Man, I used to
Like
practice
I
all the
say,
spirituality, but really I figured out like like Christianity is actually very spiritual, and people don't really realize it. It's just like the impediment to me of love. A creator coming down like to die for you, to cover up your faults. He's like a good father saying, "Hey, look, hey man, I put you here. You messed up, but guess what? I understand. I got you, and I'll die for you." That's crazy. Like to me, I don't know.
The
I don't
one
know
thing
how
I
to.
learned about it, because my father was a,
Oh, your
but
father
that's
was?
the reason why I couldn't. Yeah. So I was a preacher's kid growing up. I was kind of forced into this stuff. So of course I have my not disbelief, but my my resistance when it
Remember,
comes
I
to it.
told you the same
But
thing. I said people used to use it against me too, but I kind of came to my own conclusion, and I actually overcame. I grew in knowledge better than the people that were trying to convince me of it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
once you start having a personal relationship, you start understanding the spiritual side of life. And that's where I was getting at too. Like when I started having my own relationship, I do know as far as religions, only one religion offers a second life, an eternal life. That's why I really, really always stick with Christianity. But as far as like with the practices, like how to learn how to meditate, I use that from Buddhism, and it's basically how to pray too.
mm,
You got to have that discipline on how to even pray. Like a lot of people don't pray because the world is too busy. They don't know how to quiet it down, and they don't know that praying is a form of meditation as well.
oh, of course, that's what I was
So
about to say. I meditate all the time.
yeah. So when I say like different religions, different spiritual practices, this is what I mean when I say that. Like as far as how to different things, like I'm not mixing the religions, but I am using it as a
No, no,
spiritual.
no, that's fine, dude. Look, you got to
Yeah,
realize God allowed everything to be like, and so whatever you can use, He's not telling you you can't like practice. You can't practice Buddhism or nothing. You can do whatever you think is going to help you, especially for like mental health or whatever. Like
yeah,
to me, what I like to do is I like to listen to a lot of musical type of instruments, like instrumentals, and then
the
I'll
frequency.
meditate. I'll meditate on it. Like I'll just sit there and relax and let the good music play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To calm my nerves down. You can use like science and stuff. We can still do all kind of different things to like get us to that point. Like I don't listen to Christian music all day or nothing. We were blasting rap music all night, but my uncle just goes
but you learn
crazy
how
with
with
that rap.
yeah, because I still love rap, but I'm not gonna
I love
listen
rap
to
too,
it.
bro. I know more about rap than most people. To be fair with you,
And that's a good thing. Music is universal. You want to know different styles of music, and you don't want to just be tapped into one box of genre.
oh, I listen to everything, bro. Rock music, old school, 30s music, 40s
Yeah,
music, fucking
especially if it makes me feel good, I'll put that on.
Well, you know what I've been liking a lot recently, bro. Don't judge, please don't judge me on this, but like, I kind of like the like R&B, bro. Like the kind of like I like a lot of love music too, bro. Like like I guess it's just because I'll be drinking and stuff. I don't listen to it all the time, but I'm like, dude, I want to get me a wife, bro, and that stuff goes hard, man. Like some of the music, I, my playlist has like thousands of songs, so I know every song that's popular and that's ever really been almost. Like, I just like to.
To be honest, that's my go-to is where they be like, "You a softie." If you ask around, people be like, "Oh, you listen to this?" Especially my homies, they be like, "We don't want to hear that ish in the car with us." But
Oh
it's like,
yeah,
like whatever, right? I'll listen to it by myself or whatever. But it's something that resonates with my spirit. Like I feel it. I like music that I can feel, like and that type of stuff. I feel it. It ain't just
I don't know if it glitched
it
out for a
really
second. Oh yeah, yeah,
resonate
we're
with my
back. We're back.
soul.
It does glitch out a little bit sometimes, so I didn't know if you were saying something, but I think I heard everything you were saying.
Yeah, I think they cut off for a second.
Mhm.
Started
Do you think
buffering.
it's from your end or mine? Because
But
I
yeah,
can
it's like
connect to the
I like
Wi-Fi.
recording. and then the little metal stuff in here be messing up the connection from time to time.
I see what you're saying. It's okay. Hey, who's your favorite artist then, bro?
Yeah, basically like I'm in. As far as rap, like I go to Drake right away. Drake, Future.
Amen. I got you,
I like
bro.
a lot of these
Amen.
new
That's what I grew up on,
yeah.
dog. So I know
That's
about
who I
that
go to right
shit.
away. But other than that, like R&B, yeah, Brent Fayez, Bryson Tiller, Tory Lanez,
Mm-hmm.
um, this
Good
guy,
man. You know
yeah,
what's up then. You know what's up. That's what we were blasting all night long, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah, because you can get the best of both worlds with Drake and all of them. They make R&B music, they make rap. You can get a lot of different genres from them.
Hey, do you like Takeoff at all?
Take off. That's the one. No, that's the one that passed away, right?
Right, from the Migos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like him.
Like Last Memory, you know that song? Or yeah, there's some I forgot all the songs, but
I'm gonna
I
check
like
him.
certain type of vibes, bro, and like Rich Homie Quan and stuff like that. That's who I listened to a lot back in
I
the
like that
day.
Hotel.
Wait, what'd
Yeah,
you
that
say?
Hotel Lobby by him.
Oh yeah,
That
dude,
Hotel
that's
Lobby.
oh, dude, you cool as fuck, bro. That's my favorite song by him, bro. I be busting that shit down all the time.
Yeah, I used to be
I actually
trapping
put
too,
my
but I left
uncle
that
on that
stuff behind.
song.
Yeah, that shit rock.
Hotel
All the
Lobby.
banging that.
Wait, what does he say? Uh,
He was like,
he's like my dick be cocky or some shit. I don't even know what he said. I forgot.
that shit
No,
go
I
hard though.
forgot.
He's like, some of the that shit hard though, ain't it? Oh man, I just put this in a group on accident.
That shit looks like he was like
But
on
yeah,
some
like
LSD or something. If you know what that is, bro.
to be honest, I wanted to try it. I had a guy that had a situation for me, but I was just too scared. And then when I had the chance, I ain't take it.
I've done it over 50 times.
So
That's
is it
all.
the
That's why
blue?
I was such a hippie in the past. I used to do a ton of psychedelics, and even on LSD, I was reading the Bible, and it was like the truth was speaking right towards my. I cannot believe how that stuff makes you feel, but I don't do stuff like that really anymore. But I recommend doing shrooms probably. Yeah, shrooms I'll recommend to you. But but oh shit, my bad.
I
Sorry.
thought you shared at first. I was like, damn.
No, but LSD is actually a poison. It's made from fungus or Brett, I think wheat, and it's actually poisoned wheat. It's basically how they extracted chemicals from the rye or wheat or whatever, and it's actually a poison. So that's why I say shrooms because I think God kind of made mushrooms, but
Yeah, maybe.
basically men in a laboratory made LSD. That's why I'm kind of sketched about it now.
Yeah, I haven't tried
Oh,
that.
oh, can I tell you something, bro?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of DMT? Have you heard of DMT before?
Yeah, I heard of it. Those stickers, right? Or like
It's
patches.
like it's a chemical released in your brain to make you dream. And I tried it before. Like you smoke it, or you can
Okay.
vaporize it. But dude, I literally saw like when I smoked it. Usually people go into a sleep state. Well, what happened to me was I was ascending through this black tunnel, and then I saw like a city in the clouds, and it had a
Whoa.
gold. It was all gold. It was a golden city. And I was an atheist too, bro. That shit tripped me out. I woke up thinking I had a revelation, like from God type deal, you know?
Yeah.
It was
Maybe it was too,
intense.
'cause, like that's. Let me tell you about the experience I had when I was in jail one time, and I'll never ever forget this. They say old men have visions and kids have dreams or whatever. So I was in jail, right, and I had just lost my sister. I was grieving from the time or whatever. But one
Mm. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
hey, sorry, bro. It
So
started buffering. I'm sorry, bro.
yeah, that's on my end. So go. So I'm in the dorm on the bunk bed,
Mm-hmm.
top bunk. I wake up, everybody sleep, even the guards. So I'm like, this kind of weird. Usually somebody up because they be up all night talking about each other and whatever, right? So at this time I get up, everybody's sleeping. I'm kind of like, this weird or whatever, right? So I'm looking around like this is crazy. So I kind of lay back down. Then I get right back up. This time the whole roof is gone. The roof is missing. I'm laying on my bunk bed looking up at the stars.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, all right, now I'm thinking about like maybe I can escape because everybody's sleeping, the roof is open. Like, what? It's so weird, like, but it's what's going on. So while I'm trying to rationalize what's happening, next thing I know, I'm being lifted up out of my bed into the galaxy, just up, up,
Oh
up, up,
shit.
floating up. And now I'm looking down, like, oh shit! You like I see the Earth, the plane as it is, and the stars flying around and all this stuff. I'm up here now. And as I'm up, I'm now standing on solid ground. It's all blackness, and I'm just like standing on the floor of the galaxy, and I'm seeing different planets and different stars moving around. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Because I was just in a cell, and I was looking at the roof being missing. Now I'm up here with whatever, right? But I'm standing up on solid blackness, and everything is dark
So you
around me.
mean
It's like
like
you're
out of
reading a
body
galaxy.
experience?
Now I was still in my body, but I don't know if it was like I don't know.
Dude, you
All I
can't
know is
make
like
stuff up like that, bro, because like you probably had a supernatural experience. I've had many in my life, like actual supernatural experiences. There's no other explanation. That's why I'm actually like a believer in Christ, because I've had such weird experiences that there's no way to describe it. But I
yeah,
can't
like
make it up.
and what's even more crazy, right? As soon as I got there, when I was standing there, and I realized like, oh, I'm outside the dome. So I basically was standing on the dome, the whatever they call it, right? And at this point, I'm like, wow. And I feel somebody to my right, like it's just a giant. I just can feel his presence, just super huge.
That's
And I'm already in
crazy,
darkness, so
bro.
I'm
I've
super
had an
suspicious.
experience like that too.
Yeah, I was so scared. I just got on my knees and looked down. I was just like, please don't kill me or whatever, because I don't know what you're going to do. And this is an experience I don't want to
Well,
have.
that's what
And
happened to
he
me
was just,
before I went to the hospital, and I was in a black void. It was like a void, bro. And I felt
yeah,
like
yeah,
beings around me. Like I was in hell. It felt like hell almost, bro. Not gonna lie. To me, it did. But maybe it's a different experience from you, but you know what I
yeah,
mean?
where I was at, yeah. Like I've had the darker experiences as well, but this one wasn't that. This one was, it was an angel, because when he came around, he said in a light voice, he was like, Aaron, get up. I'm not here to hurt you. And then when he said that, I still was scared. I didn't want to get up, but it was like when he came around, this when the light came as well.
Oh,
And he told me
wow.
to get up and face him. And then when I look up, he's a giant. I'm in between his legs, and he's like the top of his, you know, the curve of his legs is like fucking way up there. Then I'm just looking at him. He's super tall, super bright,
Wow, bro.
and he's just standing there with his arms closed like this, and he like, get up, look at me, whatever, whatever. And so as I get up and look
See,
at him,
like the
and I see
world's
my
so
sister come from between his
materialistic
legs. My sister
that it's hard for people to believe in stuff like that because they don't try to seek after things as well with that has higher meaning. They just think, oh, this world's just all physical and stuff, and they don't realize there's more to it. Like we're beings that are so complex
yeah, way more.
and perfectly designed in a way that, like, this is what I tell my friends. I told my friend this. I'm like, if there's a building, there's an architect. If there's a world with design, there must be a creator. I mean, I know that might be kind of like a bad argument, but you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, like somebody designed all this. But you know what? Like in the Bible, it says like water was always here. So water might be an entity or a thing that's a creator. It could be
Hmm.
the darkness and the light. It could be the Holy Three that created everything.
Actually,
because
whenever according to the Bible, whenever the floods came, the water was being released right from actually underground. It like through the not the firmament. The firmament's above, but
what is a firmament below? I know what you're saying.
like through the what's it called, the
Like
tectonic
basically
plates,
the
right?
tectonic
You
plate.
know what I'm talking about? They basically opened up and allowed water to shoot from under the ocean, and so the water levels kept rising.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong about that. But I look into like how Christianity ties to science. I like to get a lot of real facts about stuff. So, anyways.
Yeah, philosophy is real dope. I like philosophy as well.
Hmm.
Carl Jewel Young, he's really
Oh yeah,
a
yeah, for
good one.
sure. Oh wait, you said Carl Jung?
Plato's, yeah,
Yeah, guess what? A quote by him
Carl.
is what he said. He said, "Oh, I don't believe in God. I know He's real." Have you ever heard him
Yeah,
say that
especially
before?
like I probably did. I listened to so many philosophers.
Oh, me
I think
too.
he the
But
one.
yeah, yeah.
I heard that before, but maybe it was somebody else quoting him. But I
Hey, have you ever
definitely
heard
heard
of
that. That's why I started picking it up because I resonate with it so much.
Nietzsche or like nihilism kind of? I forgot. I'll have to find out what that name's
Can you
actually
repeat
called.
that? It had cut out.
Oh, I was wondering. You ever heard of nihilism before? Kind of like it's kind of like that's what I used to believe
It's
in.
a
I don't know if you can hear me right now, but yeah, my bad.
you said
Oh wait, let me actually.
Hinduism.
No. Nihilism. Here, I'll see if I
No,
can try.
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, well, basically, nihilism is actually what a lot of people believe in the world. They think that there's no point to life, so might as well. Like they're taking. It's hard to explain, dude. I'm gonna have to show you his name. Am I able to leave this without? No, I probably shouldn't do that because it might kick me out. But
You
dang,
got
it's basically kind of like Satanism in a
have
sense.
moderation access, so you could do you see it on your screen where you could push present
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
I'll pull it up. So
Let's see.
you on your phone or your
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
you want me to pull up a screen with some info on it?
Yeah, because I kind of wanted to see if you can read it. So, like, because I recommend it in a way, bro. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know how to spell it because it's like a German name. That's why I'm like tripping out right
All right,
now.
let's check it out. Knowledgeism. All right, I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh, I found what it's officially called though,
Cause
brother.
yeah, this is something new, bro. I ain't heard of this before.
No, I mean it's like I studied it so much it made me almost go crazy,
My
bro.
bad. Yeah, they say study to show thyself approved, so you definitely do the right thing. Like that's what I do a lot. I'm always studying, I'm cross referencing, and I'm trying to get down to the facts of it. You know. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta relieve myself one more time. But I'm finna pull it up. Knowledgeism, the meaning behind it.
Hmm.
My stuff act a little slow.
It's all good, brother. I'm enjoying your company. You're a cool guy. I appreciate you.
Likewise, bro. I was thinking about something too, like if you want to do Aaron again, the podcast, it's your name, Aaron, my name.
Isn't it ironic that we're both named
What you
Aaron?
think?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that when I first joined your channel. I didn't even know your name was Aaron. I just like kept watching because I was like, damn, this guy's pretty chill.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro.
Oh yeah, by the way,
I try
guess
to keep
what?
that.
My dad's name is Aaron as well. And guess what his middle name
Oh
is,
yeah, his
bro?
middle name.
Yeah, I think I told you.
Mm,
Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
yeah, that was crazy. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm on here searching for knowledges. I just put a screen up. That's why I'm looking all around.
Well, my uncle's finna.
But yeah, that
I,
was kind
I
of
heard him just
dope.
squealing in his room, fucking hungover as hell.
I was like, man, that's crazy. What are the odds?
I know.
I don't really know what to look into, bro.
Oh
Like, how
wait,
you
you know
spell
what you
it?
should do, brother? You should go on Google and just type in. Remember, I sent that to the bottom of the
Oh
chat.
yeah, go.
Naziche.
Oh, I
I
ain't even
forgot how
checked.
to. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Oh, okay. Mitzi. Wait, no, that's my name on there. Mitzi. I don't even know where that's from. Mitzi. That's the last thing I got from you. It say, yeah, just say how are you
Wait, is that you in the
how you
comments?
doing
Are you
how
forex
you doing
traders
God.
down
So
there?
where at? Oh, you see my other pages? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yep,
that's how
that's
you
me.
spell it, by
All
the
these
way,
are me.
bro. 1 second, Uncle. I'm
What the
talking to my friend
forex?
on live. Just don't say anything
Man.
inappropriate. I'm hanging out with a older buddy.
Oh, yeah, here I come.
I've already had a couple drinks, Uncle. You can have this one. Just have that one. That's all you. I just had it. I probably drank like 2 drinks, probably total. No, it's all
Alright,
up to you,
bro.
bro. You can play
Hold
whatever
on, I'll
you
be
want
right
to
back.
play. I was just recommending.
Uh,
Imagine making passive income
turn this
as an
down a
affiliate
little bit.
marketer.
without relying on Google, Facebook, or ClickBank.
Oh, okay, see, yep, that's the dude I was telling. I recommend that guy, man. I just don't watch it much anymore, but that's pure wisdom to me, bro.
Philosopher,
There's a lot
poet,
of
and
stuff
cultural
you might find.
critic of the 19th century. He's considered to be one of the most daring and greatest thinkers of all time. His work is revolutionary, aiming for a re-evaluation of all values. He was one of the biggest precursors of existentialism, which emphasizes the existence of the individual person as a free and responsible agent, determining their own development through acts of will. By his famous words, "God is dead," Nietzsche moved the focus of philosophy from metaphysics to the material world and to the individual as a responsible person for his own life. Nietzsche wrote several books, and his teachings have shaped the lives of many people, from psychologists to poets, dancers to social revolutionaries. So, with that in mind, here are 10 important lessons that we can learn from Friedrich Nietzsche. Number 1. Be a harmonious totality. Nietzsche says, one must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. According to Nietzsche, each of us have two main sides to our personality. A rational one, the conscious, the responsible, the Apollonian side, and an instinctual one, the subconscious. The way to achieve greatness, the way to achieve a harmonious totality, is to balance the two parts of yourself. The Apollonian side, Apollo being the Greek god of sun, of knowledge, and the Dionysian side, Dionysus being the complete opposite, the god of wine, fertility, and madness. There's a strong analogy between the duality of Dionysus and Apollo and the duality of yin and yang. Dionysus being similar to yin and Apollo being similar to yang. To have a balanced life, you have to be organized, responsible, logical, but at the same time, leave room for the more artistic part of yourself, your creative side, your emotional side. To really shine like a dancing star like Apollo, the god of sun, you have to embrace your inner chaos. Learn to explore it.
Dang. I haven't heard that in a
You're
while.
Dionysians, somebody to excess at the expense of the other. For
So I'm
example,
gonna have to go back over this and check it out because like
I know, you should just like save it if you think so, bro, because honestly, it's pretty deep, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's talking about balance. That's what I'm big on, and it's different forms of balance. that you
Yo,
need
me
to
too.
balance, and
That's all
the
I was
key.
telling you. I used to be on that Buddhism stuff, so that's why I started studying this. It caught my eye.
Yeah, it's a nice rabbit hole to go down and see what you can get out of it. Because it's knowledge in everything. You know, you might not agree with everything or believe in everything, but it's something to get out of it. Especially like
Well,
with
like
the
don't take everything so serious, bro. Like in your suffering, you can kind of like just let yourself go a bit. Don't take everything so serious. We all go through suffering, so you can kind of like you have to keep yourself like we were just saying balanced. You know what I mean?
yeah, not to be taking everything literal and personal.
And just jump into it. See why you really feel the way you do.
But I'm surprised they got
See
Apollo
why
on
you
there.
feel that way.
Yeah, go down to the depths of it, like to basically get the what they call it, the root of it, the root of what you feeling, and the root of the situation. My bad, I'm kind of side distracted, bro. Hey, you mind
No,
if
it's
we
okay.
if we link back up later on today?
You have to go right now, you think, brother?
Yeah, I want to set up a situation for where you can have all my attention and my focus.
Yeah, my bad, G. I'm kind of like distracted too a little bit because I've been up all night. So,
Can you commit to 10 o'clock, and then we come on the broadcast, and I'll have a little situation set up where we
oh,
can
you
have
mean 10
topics and
p.m.?
everything. Yeah,
Oh, wait. What's your time right now? By the way,
12:36. I'm on Eastern.
I'm standard time, Central time. I mean, it's 11:37. So I got you. That's perfect timing
You
for me, brother.
Central? Okay. So you in the same zone?
Yeah, just email me.
Eastern?
I'll be looking on YouTube. Just go live, and I'll see you.
All right. I'm gonna send you an email too, low key.
Hey, thanks for talking to me today, bro. I'm sorry. I've been drinking a little bit and stuff. Maybe I'm getting too sidetracked.
You all good, man. It's all love. It's always all love,
All
bro.
love, brother.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you soon then. Okay, bro?
All right. Later, bro.
All right. Later, brother.